Hey, Carly, you going to the store? Pick me up some donuts, and when you get back, we gonna get something to eat at your partner's house. Charlie, Clark, tell Mr. Michael I say hi. That's right. Bring it back the donut. Clark, give me the one.
Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about George. Something about a Leo man that is just magnanimous to me. It's just the hustle and the undertone of conniving that be like, oh, where is he? I want to find him. Pretty soon, we had a more stable lineup. Calvin Simone, Grady Thomas, Fuzzy Haskins, and Ray Davis, because what he said was that people would come and go. And we started singing more seriously in and around the area and attracted the attention of some of the more established groups, namely the Moontones, who were most famous for their song, Who Wrote the Book of Love. Wait a minute, is that the name of it? But anyway, Book of Love, you know, that was 1958. The Parliaments, my group, had enough local juice that we were invited to go over to the studio where they recorded and cut a single with a song called Poor Willie on one side and Party Boys on the other. I co-wrote them both, though by writing, I only mean that we made them up, okay? Let me tell you what he said he would do. Another explanation of Parliament and the whole brand, okay? This ninja said that they would just start singing crazy shiz, like whatever came to their mind, okay?
Hey, Carly, you going to the store? Pick me up some donuts, and when you get back, we gonna get something to eat at your partner's house. Charlie, Clark, tell Mr. Michael I say hi. That's right. Bring it back the donut. Clark, give me the one.
Now, although the two recordings they made went lemonade without the sugar, okay, they ain't had no success out of that. Them motherfuckers was flops, okay, floppity flops. George Clinton say while he at school, the teachers is calling down to the classrooms over the PAs. Can you send Georgie Clinton up here, please? And the other dudes that's associated with him. Okay, yeah. When he get to the office, they want them to sing over the PA system. What ended up happening was while he was down there, you know, singing in the principal's office, okay, it was a little cheerleader, little girl that was like, oh, Georgie Porgy, I think you cute. And he was like, you think I'm cute? I think you cute too, girl. And then next minute, you know, she pregnant, okay? And they got a whole baby, all right? So now he is a teenage father, okay? Being a neighborhood hotshot was great, but it wasn't the only thing, at least not with New York City nearby, okay? He aspiring to be something bigger and greater. That's another thing. Leo's never satisfied with average because they got to shine, baby. They got to shine, and especially shine brighter than you. So New York was the epicenter of the world music business. It had the Brill Building, The Brill building itself, which was on Broadway and 49th and housed more than 150 music publishing companies. I started traveling into the city in the late 50s to work as a music writer for Complex, which was the Columbia Pictures Screen Gems record label. The coal came from Columbia and the picks came from Pictures. He said while he was working for Coal Picks, he worked with the Jewels, 3 girls who had been called the Impalas. Later on, they were the 4 Jewels, and they ended up singing background for James Brown. I love how the industry connects like that. I paid attention to the songs I was writing, but I also paid attention to the songs other people were writing, and not just as melodies and lyrics. I was also fascinated by the way songs were marketed, okay? Now, this is where he talk about Philly Spector. Nutso 5150, Willie, Philly Spector. So back then, we didn't have social media at all. Not that I was born back then, but you know, if I didn't have it, I know damn well they didn't have it. The way that we communicated was through posters in the neighborhood and local magazines or classified sections or something like that, okay? And what Phil Spector would do with his rich ass, his rich 5150 ass. So what Crazy Phil would do is rent out one page. He said back then, the cost to rent out a whole page in a magazine was about $2,000. So we knew, or he knew that Phil Spector had cake. Because ain't nobody just got $2,000 to just be throwing up on the table. Each week, he, meaning Crazy Philly, would put a dot right in the center of his page that he is promoting on, okay? And right at the bottom, he would have his name of his album or whatever the case may be. Each week, the dot would grow bigger and bigger until the completed picture would be of the album that he's fitting to release. At that point, that's where the Leo, George Clinton, realized that, ooh, we gotta be bigger, greater, and think outside of the box, okay? Like the Philly Spector, okay? Georgie Clinton, I don't know if you know the craziness of Philly, you know, Spector. I don't know, but I mean, that's not a good example to me. I mean, it is a good example, but on the other hand, leave that crazy nigga out of this book. Another big influence on me, at least in terms of understanding how people responded to music, was mambo, both the music and the dance. Back in the 50s, mambo was like our disco. Everybody got dressed up and really suited for the mambo scene. I can see that, you know, the ha-cha-chas, you know, with the ruffles and stuff on there. I mean, yeah, because, you know, like, I would even say still, when it comes down to getting dressed, zooted and booted, Spanish people still got a hold on that, okay, outside of the pimps, okay, but hands down. Them little girls be wearing them damn quinceañera dresses to the damn 7-Eleven. I'm not playing, okay? They don't play when it comes down to the type of stuff that they wear, all right? So I ain't gonna do it. Now, I know us little girls, we got dressed and stuff to go to Sunday school and, you know, to church and stuff like that, but that's about it. Okay, when we got zooted and booted as children. But the Latin culture, oh, they don't play. They don't play. Them ruffles and frills and Barbie socks and black, you know, patent leather shoes, oh, that was their normal. You hear me? They don't come to play with you ninjas. So while he's there, you know, working for, what is that, Coal Picks, right? He's watching everything that's moving around him, right? And he's sitting back and he's saying to himself, I like how much power it is to write songs. It's a lot of power in this, you know? Being a songwriter, you can enjoy the spoils of your work better and you get more money. Okay, don't forget that Georgie Porgy. He liked seeing how his work moved people, okay? So in his mind, he like, fuck all that singing and dancing and shucking and driving. Okay, I'm about to write me some songs. That's what I'm finna do. I was still trying everything I could, writing for others, trying to put out singles myself, learning my craft. We had songs like Lonely Island and Cry, And at the same time, I was trying all kinds of stuff. But what he said was, though, although he was trying his hand at trying to put Parliament in a position, he missed every time with his band. Music may have been a passion then, but passion wasn't paying the bills, especially since I had a young family to support. I already felt like it was make or break, and I was mostly broke. I had holes in my shoes. Then the hula hoop factory came to town. Whammo needed factories to make these hoops, and they needed them quick. And so in 1959, a manufacturing facility went up near me in Jersey, almost overnight. So him and the gang, they down there working, okay? The problem was that hula hoops were such a craze, okay? They were such a craze that Whammo could not keep up with the production that it needed to meet in regards to the children, okay? Whammo can't produce enough hula hoops to cover every child that wants them. George Clinton came up with the ideas of, oh, wait, hold on. Whammo ain't doing their job properly. Let's help them out. Okay, so now they done created the Children's Crusade. Okay, the Children's Crusade brand was creating hula hoops. Okay, because they learned how to do them in the factory. So the gang and Georgie Clinton had, started developing hula hoops. All right. Now, what George Clinton said that it was so easy to make, and because kids loved hula hoops, he said, let's tell these kids that making these hula hoops is fun. And while you at it, you could take a hula hoop home for free. They paying these children fun to make these hula hoops while they still over there in the factory still getting paid. Okay, by Whammo. He said that the union tried to come in and say something to him because they was like, no, you can't do this because the staples in the hula hoop might rip the children's skin off. Okay, all right. But nonetheless, they were able to eat off of the hula hoops with Whammo and them damn child labor law hula hoops over there at, what's the name of this place? The Children's Crusade place. That subsided after a while, because after a while, like all fads, they eventually fade, okay? But what George Clinton said was that he did get a pretty penny, out of exploiting them children over there. Now, he's doing barbershop work. This is something that he's been doing here and there for a while, where he's cleaning up the barbershop, dumping trash, just making extra money. See that how that Leo work? They never too proud. I love a Leo. They are never too proud to make money. They don't care if you ninjas laughing at them for picking up trash. They don't care about that. All they know is, okay, I'm picking up trash, but I'm going to be driving that brand new Cadillac that you and your family will never, ever get. In 1960, I decided I had enough of Newark. I was married at that point with 3 kids, and I needed every bit of money I could get my hands on. There was more opportunity in Plainfield, about a half hour southwest. So that's where I went to work. The barbershop was owned by this sleazy dude named George White. He said the cat was a perv because the cat would do unscrupulous things or suggest unscrupulous things to young girls. I was very industrious. I hit the ground in Plainfield running, and as soon after I got there, Mr. White died. Since I had the most customers, I found a way to take over the share of the shop. The rest of the barbers paid me to use their chairs, and I took 25 cents from every dollar they made. I renamed the shop the Silk Palace. Everybody who came in our barbershop wanted their hair straightened. Everybody who came to our barbershop wanted their hair straightened. We did a great job of processing, which was the big thing for black hair in those days. Singers wanted processes, and also pimps and preachers. The older barbers tended to customers who wanted normal haircuts, while the younger barbers took care of all that straightening, perming. God, it's too much pressure. I would never perm anybody's hair. Never. You know why? Because if I'm washing their hair and like in the movies, if that stuff starts falling out in my hand, I'm just leaving. I'm not even gonna be like, oh my God, I'm just leaving. I'm just fucking done. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it to you and your mammy to talk about it. But I can't handle that hair falling out of my head. So that's something that your girl would never, ever, ever. Around 1960, my friend Ernie Harris and I were going to a meeting in New York City, and we were walking around Midtown. On the sidewalk, we saw a woman with her hair all nappy and natural. We started laughing at her. Ernie probably said something. I don't know if we were coming from the barber's point of view or not, but our natural reaction to a bush was, ugh, what in the hell? We had never seen anybody sporting hair like that, and certainly nobody doing so and feeling proud about it. And then, damned if we didn't end up in the same office with the woman at CBS later that day. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down, my naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one. Peace.